Hey everybody, we're back. We are back and painting mushrooms. Zach here, joined by Cire. As we have mentioned, we are working on a new terrain board.
Yep.
For the gaming side of our studio. That's what we want to be doing, is doing cool projects here and showing them off over there. And we're working on a Gloomspite Gets themed board.
Mm-hmm.
It's very specific. It's themed as if it was the Gloomspite Gets kind of make this mushroom alcoholic beverage.
Yep.
And we're kind of showing their production area for this. Now, we're painting a lot of mushrooms, and we still actually, we were talking about this today, we still have not started painting the mushrooms that they're actually going to be brewing.
Yeah, these are unrelated.
Yeah, you know, I'm wondering, actually, I did leave these here, the ones we worked on last week. Let's get a look at them, because we went ahead and finished them. This is what we worked on last week. These are, we're calling these bushes.
Yeah, these are
believe it or not. Yeah. We're going to be using tree kind of larger ones, if you can believe it. Larger ones for the trees. These are the bushes. Now, Saray is holding the largest of the bush.
Yeah, here, I'll show you
and
another
there's still a little more work to do on these. The rocks underneath. I did a turbo dork thing, and then I was like, oh, why did I do that? I'm going to matte varnish this. So it knocked it down. So I actually want to go back over it. Anyway, I used Crystal Cavern, Saray.
Yeah.
Not Blue Raspberry. Crystal Cavern is more of like light blue and pink,
right,
as opposed to darker blue and purple that Blue Raspberry is.
Right.
I think I want to use the Blue Raspberry.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So switching it up.
I tried out Crystal Cavern, and anyway. Today, what we're doing are two types of little tiny mushrooms. These are not even scattered. These are going to be used to decorate all of the rock formations we're going to be making for this board.
Right.
Mostly that's it. Mostly rock formations. So Saray, as you can see, is going to be adding dots to these.
Little dots like here, this little guy right here.
Yeah, these are from Mungo Miniatures, by the way. You can see more of their stuff. I actually included a link under in this channel. So that's what Saray's working on. I'll be, meanwhile, working on these fluorescent purple ones. Saray, you use the Green Stuff World fluorescent purple?
Yeah.
Mixed feelings.
It's pretty bright.
It's pretty bright.
It's pretty bright.
Yeah.
But maybe not as bright as I had hoped. Of all the paints I've ever used, the brightest, like most insane, was that Pinkest Pink by Stuart Semple, and that's not even marketed as a neon or a fluorescent paint. So whenever something that is specifically marketed as fluorescent and it doesn't quite meet that standard, it's kind of a letdown.
It is. Now, we do remind you, if you're watching this for the first time, if you're joining us, if you're checking in and seeing what's going on here, give us a like and subscribe. We promise you'll like most of what we do, we think.
Yeah, and the bell. Hit the bell. Those are important.
If you're brave, if you're brave, do the bell. Now, I like to, what I like to do whenever I do like less little scatter things, is I like to basically put down a layer of PVA glue. This is Elmer's.
Okay.
And then I just glue these little things to it.
Gotcha.
That way you can kind of have like this. They come off really, really easily.
Yes, as we see here.
Yeah, you can pretty much lightly pull them off.
Yeah.
You can work with these then, almost anything. The only thing you really kind of can't do is take like a thick dry brush and do like a dry brush. They'll all pop off.
Yeah, they'll all come off.
So, that's it. What I'm going to be doing on these is using a thin down Magos purple.
Yeah.
To kind of, these ones, you guys may not be able to see. It's not super important, but they have little butt ridges.
Yeah.
Saray's are nice and round, so he's doing the white dots.
Correct.
And cleaning up some stems. I'm going to be cleaning up some stems and putting a little bit of recess washing in these ridges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got some mushroom work ahead of us.
Yeah.
Don't forget to participate in the poll. I'm seeing some takes. The reason, well, it kind of stumbled into a theme here.
Yeah.
This is part 2 of the mushroom episode.
Yes.
All of these 80s movies have interesting relationships with their sequels. So.
Yeah, that's fair. And, some sequels are better than others. That's certainly one of the reasons. There's another reason that we brought this up.
Yeah, there is another reason.
And a reason. But you know what? You're actually right, sir. I hadn't really thought about that. You, me, and Meg were literally just talking about this. And This is a good topic. We think we'll talk about this a little bit later after we close the poll. I don't want to influence people.
Yes.
Not that I could if I wanted to.
Now the poll is only talking about the original movie, right? It's not the
I put franchise.
Oh, franchise.
Yeah,
okay,
like over the course of the franchise, over the course of the whole franchise.
Interesting.
All of the movies they've put out. What are you liking? What do you?
That.
And it could, yeah, it could be. Honestly, you could think other things too. Comic books. All of these have had a ton of comic books, like way more comic books
than you would think.
I know Meg had. I don't know if we still have them. All the not all, but a ton of the Predator comic books. At some time, yeah. So let us know what you think. We're definitely. I don't know. Do you? Well, I guess we don't want to.
Don't want to influence.
We don't
want
to say ours. We don't want to say ours. Yeah. I actually kind of have to think on mine.
Yeah, I don't know. What do we have? We got Alien, Predator,
RoboCop, Terminator.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, Nick, you're right. A lot of them fall apart the more movies come out. Absolutely.
Yes. In fact, I would say that's a pretty strong theme throughout.
That's, basically just...
Which one falls off the least is an interesting question.
Which one falls off the least? Do any of them come back? We've had reboots on almost all of these.
Yeah.
I think it's the case to be said that Terminator kind of has never left.
It is one continuity, you mean?
So there was a Terminator after T2.
Mm-hmm.
After T1, there was actually more years than a lot of people think between T1 and T2. And maybe a lot of people don't think that because when you see the level of what do you call it? The level of special effects.
Yeah.
In T1 versus T2, it's pretty substantial, actually. Especially because they show the same scene.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is
the arriving.
That one too. Yeah, you're right. I was even going to say the scenes from the future where they're running around, the aliens are fighting them.
Oh, aliens?
Sorry, not the aliens. The robots are they show that scene in both movies basically.
Yeah.
And it's just very different.
Yeah.
In the first one, you see a car crash.
And
there's there's a dummy that's just going back and forth.
Yeah. Skidding across the ground.
The first one with Michael Biehn.
Michael Biehn, that's right.
Yeah.
Who was also Alien. Alien, excuse me.
No. He's also... No, he's not an alien. Oh, Aliens.
Aliens,
yes, sorry,
with
right.
an S.
He's Hicks, yeah. He's the main character.
Yeah. All sorts of crossover.
Yeah. Don't you... God, Yeah, okay, never mind. Again, I don't want to influence... We should talk about something else because we're just...
Okay, I'll talk about something that's tangentially related.
Yes, please. Okay.
There is... Oh my gosh, what's the name of the actor who gets the first stomach burst in Alien?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
He's kind of famous. He's... Oh, it's not Ian Holm, is it?
No.
No, Ian Holm plays the droid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I forget. He's sort of famous.
Yes.
But he was in the 70s famous.
Yes. So if someone can look up that actor's name, please let me know. I have an interesting, dumb thing about him.
Okay, I'm very curious what this is. Can you tell us without knowing his name? Or?
Yeah, sure. So there's this. Do you know what FMV is? Like those old video games that were full motion video, where it's this is just kind of a movie. Like they just filmed this. John Hurt, thank you.
Can you give me an example of an FMV I might know?
Oh my gosh. Tex Murphy? No.
Is Tex Murphy a video game?
Yeah. Tex Murphy. What's another one? There's a million of them. There was one that was really famous and they brought in front of Congress. But you've never been to the arcade and it's you're shooting the gun. It's that's just a guy they filmed.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes, yeah.
So very cheesy, bad looking video games, right?
Yeah, those school shooter training video games. Jesus, they're so bad. Yeah, I know.
John Hurt did a game/movie This was so.
Is this the Aerosmith one where you shoot everybody?
No.
Because we found out about that recently, right?
Jeez, no, I don't.
Wait, weren't you here when we were talking about this?
No.
Okay, we'll come back to this.
John Hurt, established actor, did this terrible video game, full motion video game, where he's like a psychiatrist, and it's just like really crazy Hallmark soap opera story. But occasionally he'll walk in, like it'll like freeze frame, and John Hurt will walk on screen and give a little bit of exposition, maybe a little flavor. He'll say things like, "Wow, she seems really upset about that. However, yada yada yada. I wonder how this all connects. What do you think?"
Really?
Just constantly, yes. It's amazing. Also, it's like a really bad. And then they made it into a full movie. Like, so it's a video game and a movie. I don't remember the name of it.
Okay. That sounds wild. Does anybody else know what the hell he is talking about?
Oh, man.
Saray will randomly just know a weird thing. And
if Holly's watching, she'll know.
Does Holly just randomly know weird things?
I think I've accidentally forced this into her life.
How are you a person that randomly knows weird things?
I don't know. I watch weird people, and I like following video games, even though I don't play them anymore.
So Meg gets it from her dad, for sure. Meg's dad, who those of you who are members will get to meet at least on stream tomorrow. Meg's dad is a great dude, great dad, really like a very good dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, very invested in the life of his 3 daughters. He's definitely kind of like, I don't want to say he's like a bro, but he's like a guy's guy who ended up with 3 daughters. But Meg liked like all the things her dad liked, and that's why she likes all these like Predator and all these things.
Right.
And, like things that we think of historically as more things that boys have liked, right? Like they played Battle Masters together, right? Like Meg's dad got Battle Masters for him and her, right? So anyway,
whoa! Didn't she watch the commercial?
Yeah, no girls.
Meg, I specifically said you could not play this.
No girls, Meg. Yeah, so she kind of knows weird stuff through that. I don't really know like random weird stuff, but I've been finding out and learning more about weird stuff as an adult because I go on Wikipedia.
Oh, you just go to Wiki.
And I do have one today that I want to talk about, but for now I want to keep talking about this weird thing.
Yes, Molecule, the game, the one, I can't remember the name, but that's the one that was like, it was that and Mortal Kombat got brought before Congress in the 90s. And they're like, this is why video games are ruining our children.
Probably a line of logic and reasoning that more or less I think ended up being totally false. Now, if anything about video games ruins people, it's just that it makes them not do anything else.
Yeah.
But everybody needs to veg out. I mean, how
Night Trap.
Night Trap. How many people? That just sounds bad.
So that was not the John Hurt one, though. That's the other one.
The one where you murder college girls.
I believe there was lots of like nudity, and it was like kind of a trashy horror.
Oh my god.
Movie, but it turned into a
first-person shooter with like live action.
That's giving it a lot of.
Okay.
That's giving it a lot more than it actually
was. Because you're almost on like, it's almost like where you can't move in these, right? You kind of like get moved.
It's like a puzzle game, you know. It's like a point and click.
No, I don't know.
All right, thank you. Tender Loving Care. That's the John Hurt one. If you guys haven't seen this, you should go watch some
playthroughs.
Yeah, some playthroughs. I recommend. I think they did on this site Giant Bomb, which I'm not wearing the shirt for, but it's kind of incredible. It's like the most crazy soap opera, bad acting, terrible, terrible game.
It's from the 90s?
Yes.
Late 90s?
I want to say early or mid 90s.
Oh, okay. That's cool. This is like a 90s thing you know that I don't know.
John Hurt pulls up in his red Corvette, says a line, then leaves, and then that's like the only time he's on screen. I think he comes in for one more scene later, and it's clearly like, all right, this guy rolled in. This wasn't planned. He's like, hey, I'm going to come do my scene in 2 minutes. Just rolled up on set in his car.
There's a movie that they cover on How Did This Get Made, where Julia Roberts' brother, who's an actor, and you've seen him in something. You've seen the Christopher Nolan Batman movies.
I have.
He's in one of those at least.
Okay.
He plays like a slimy cop guy.
Oh, okay.
In one of those. Julie Roberts' brother, basically it was a really bad low, and he plays a talking cat. But Eric Roberts, he pretty clearly, I don't remember the name of this movie with the talking cat, but he pretty clearly like just record the lines on a pretty bad microphone. It kind of sounds like it's a cell phone or something, and then sent them all into them, and they didn't do much work on it.
Amazing.
It's Emma Roberts' father also. That's right. Anyway, it's I don't know why this kid's come up, but he's Eric Roberts. He's not even a big deal, and he couldn't be bothered to get into the studio to even do it. Yeah.
John Hurt's like, I used to do Shakespearean plays. Why am I doing this F&B game?
I know. Oh my God. Well, I'm sure he didn't even know what it was.
Yeah.
When they described it to him, he's like, "What do you need me to do? And how much are you paying?"
Yeah. Can we do this in one take?
All right. So I do think the contrast helped a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see the kind of ridges and bumps on it now a little bit better. That's great. Okay. So now I'm gonna let that dry for a sec. And while I do, we want to talk about the fact that it's our birthday month.
Happy birthday to us.
Yeah, this is why this banner is behind us for the month. So that's why we have the banner, which is what I just said. Yeah. Now, moving on though, we do want to talk about something else that's near and dear that we're going to be covering throughout the course of the month, which is we want to thank our mods.
Oh, yeah.
We have, I believe, 5 mods. And all of them have been mods since the channel was started. And mostly we're a small channel still, which is good. We're a good size. Mods do not have to do a lot, really. There's not a lot of breaking up fights. But our mods kind of go above and beyond.
Yes.
And so we wanted to kind of jump in and celebrate one of our mods, talk about one of them. We're going to start off by talking about our mod, Vino.
Here's a picture of Vino. Him and his mom and dad.
Yeah. And there are some Vino facts that we wanted to pull out and discuss with you guys. Vino, the sole reason his brothers survive. Vino takes complete care of his brothers, his 2 younger brothers. Very good. And very impressive for somebody who's only recently graduated 8th grade.
Yeah, can we get a round of applause for Vino for graduating? We just got some pictures from the 8th grade graduation.
Yeah.
Very cool. He also made varsity.
He made varsity.
That's a pretty big deal.
That's a pretty big deal for an 8th grader.
For an 8th grader.
For an 8th grader, actually for an 8th grader, making varsity, huge deal.
Yeah, sorry, I meant middle school varsity.
Middle school varsity. Well, not as big of a deal.
Not as big deal. He was on varsity, excuse me, is what I should have said. He didn't make varsity. Obviously, he's going to be on JV once he goes to high school.
He's going to be in JV, yeah. He's definitely in JV.
He's probably 50 pounds too light to be.
He's going to be in JV for a while.
Yeah,
I think he's
for the duration.
I think he's going to be senior leadership guy.
Senior leader.
Yeah. Vino keeps the riffraff out of Discord for us. This is true. Vino
don't take no shit.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't take no shit. It's kind of funny. You wouldn't think it, but he gets a little feisty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Fun at parties. I don't actually know what this one is about.
This is all hypothetical.
All hypothetical.
Yeah, if Vino were to ever be invited to a party,
he would when
he
gets
probably,
a little older.
When he gets a little older and he's allowed to go to parties, and his parents let him go out, he will probably be fun at parties.
He will probably be fun at parties when he's interested. When he has interest in girls.
Yeah, when he gets interested.
Or boys, or whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
When he's old enough to do that.
Yeah, which he's not right now.
Probably not right now.
Too young. He needs to focus on his schoolwork.
He helped Meg heat up a tortilla once. This is actually a true story.
Oh, really? This is more of a dig on Meg.
No, actually, this is pretty funny. We did. Vino, where this picture is honestly from is Old Town Throwdown Teams. We did, he was on our team at Old Town Throwdown Teams this past November, and we all shared an Airbnb together. And we did I make these Baja taco things that are pretty easy to do. People usually like them. And Vino kind of showed me a different way of heating up a tortilla.
Was it on the stove?
So I know how to do the stove one with a wire stove, electric stove. That's what I do. We have electric stove here. But no, he actually he put a pan down. I had cooked a bunch of asada. So he took the tortilla. First tortilla is like this one. This tortilla is like the sacrifice tortilla.
Yeah.
It goes in, it like absorbs like a bunch of the dirty parts of the grease.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can just like kind of heat them up there. So they're like
okay.
lightly fried.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that lightly fried kind of a thing. And last but not least, what caused by the way, super good.
Yeah.
What caused us to even have our poll here is that Vino, for everything we love about Vino, he is sort of known as having horrible taste in movies.
Yeah, he has flaws.
He does have flaws. And Vino's like an aggressive enjoyer of the Alien versus Predator franchise.
Yes, unironically it seems. I can't tell if it's like a long-running joke.
I think at this point he can't back out of it.
Yeah, it's a joke that's gone on too long. He's got to lean into it.
He's got to lean into it. The Alien versus Predator franchise, correct me if I'm wrong, folks at home, really yet to produce a...
It's never been good.
It's yet to produce I don't know.
Anything of note?
Anything of note, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of bad.
Yeah.
Anyway,
thank you,
thanks
Vino.
to Vino for being one of our mods. Now, the Vino news gets even more exciting.
This is,
because Vino... oh, look, we got another AVP lover here.
All right.
Vino...
Did you just make JV too?
Yeah, Nick. Vino just... I just hung out with Vino this past weekend down at Small Town Throwdown. And Vino's actually coming up here Friday.
Yep.
To stay for the weekend. He'll be on our stream. Actually, Vino and I will be playing on Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll be doing a rematch of a game we played last Friday, where Vino was helping me prep for Small Town Throwdown, which is really nice of him.
Yeah.
Vino took kind of a meme list with Megs Nagash, but I was trying to do well. And boy, he absolutely wrecked me. But that game we played on Friday like really showed me a lot about how my army works against a lot of more competitive builds. And so it was insanely helpful.
Yeah.
And now we're going to rematch that list. On
okay, so now that you know the tricks.
So the Vino's list that totally wrecked me on Friday will play again this upcoming Saturday, and we'll see how he does.
Yeah. Should be fun. Yeah, so Vino's actually visiting. So
Vino's visiting. He'll be on the stream Sunday as well, the hobby stream with Meg. Vino and Meg will stream together. So we do appreciate Vino.
Yes, thanks, Vino.
And we're looking forward to seeing him. Vino's probably the mod we also get to see the most because he lives, down the coast from us. So we end up seeing him
more than
a few times a year, typically. Awesome. Okay. Yes, Josh, good to see you. Thank you. Josh Glenn, a friend of mine from SoCal. I do appreciate it. Yes, I will be Meg and I are going to be at Roaring 24 Old Town Throwdown in August.
Oh, cool.
I might see who else I can con to going. Maybe some of the people around here. We'll see. Because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, Josh, I do appreciate it. Yeah, Saturday I'll have a little intro. We'll recap Small Town Throwdown. I wanted to leave it for the game as opposed to here in the hobby team. Mm-hmm. But I did get best in Grand Alliance Death.
Yes.
At Small Town Throwdown.
Do you want to show off your scythes?
I don't know where they're at.
Are they bloody?
They're
crusted with
blood. They're currently not too bloody.
Is that them?
No, that is them. I'll show them Saturday. We'll show
okay.
Saturday. We'll show Saturday. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm digging the Night Haunt. It was a great event. Kind of knew it would be. They run good events down there. This one was actually not run by Tom, who runs most of the events. It was run by Matt Nguyen. And he did a great job. So it was a lot of fun. Definitely recommend if you're an AOS player, got to get out to an Old Town event sometime soon. Get out to one. Skip your
family reunion.
Skip your family reunion for sure. Skip your thing. Skip they happen in August. It's usually kind of early August.
Mm.
Yeah. Skip whatever event is coming to town. Save up. Fly out to SoCal. It's actually to just go and play Warhammer for a weekend. It is less expensive than you think. Now that said, Meg and I were just looking at an event that we might like to go to in Bend, Oregon. And hotels were like $80 a night or something.
Right. Much more affordable.
Yeah, but they weren't awful. Honestly, I stayed the Thursday and Sunday night. I stayed at and it's called it's basically Anaheim. It's
right.
That's kind of the issue. Is it's close to Disneyland.
Disneyland, yeah.
Yeah. The one I stayed at was on Thursday and Friday night. It wasn't too bad. It was in the 80s.
Okay.
The Saturday and Sunday night though, or the Saturday night, excuse me, were higher. They were.
Gotcha.
I want to say 120.
Surge pricing.
Like but it was a Motel 6, and it actually wasn't that bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of impressed. I took a gamble on the Motel 6 brand, but it was okay. It wasn't awful. Yeah, thanks again, Vino, and we'll be seeing Vino soon.
Yes, very soon.
Yeah, very soon. Okay, let's take a look and see how you're doing.
Sure.
What it is that you are, what you're doing.
I'm doing little dots.
Adorable.
Aren't these cute little mushrooms?
Adorable.
I can't wait for them to be splattered in blood. And beer. Yeah. Oops, I just lost one. Yep.
Oh, there's some here too.
It's not exactly fast going, but we are only 30 minutes into the stream.
Yeah, there's two here.
There's plenty of time. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Great. Yeah.
I think we lost one permanently. I'll find it after the stream.
That's okay. We'll just smash it into the ground with our feet.
Bartok will eat it.
Yeah.
All right, here. I'll paint some on the camera so you can see it.
You can see this great technique. Here we go. Look at that.
Wow.
Now, one thing you do notice is he's making sure he puts some of the dots on the edge.
Yeah.
All right, I know that you guys think I'm being a jackass, but that is important. They look goofy if you don't, actually.
Yeah. They look like polka dots if you don't.
Yes.
Also,
you brought this up with camouflage on on your salamanders. Kind of similar, right?
You got to bring it to the edges.
Yeah,
or it looks like you're like a framed picture, which is not how it would, look in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Also, here's a weird thing. I always find that you should do an odd number of dots.
Oh yeah, this is like a known,
yeah,
kind of known weird thing, right?
Even numbers of dots look weird. Oops.
Yeah.
This is going to be hard to keep on screen.
I think it's a known. It's a known thing. A known thing.
Known dot fact.
Known dot fact. Yeah. There we are. Okay. Yeah. So answer that poll if you're tipping in. Make sure you let us know what you think. We want to know which one of these is the best. There's a clear winner here. So far.
Okay. I
you don't want to see it, or you want to?
Wow.
That's significant, actually. That's interesting. That's interesting breakdown.
I can see it though. We're not going to talk about it yet, but we can.
Yeah, you're not particularly surprised. Do you have that polar blue, that light blue?
Pale.
Pale blue, yeah. Pastel blue, yeah.
Where am I? Where am I on screen? There I am. Okay. You're gonna zoom me. I'll just lean forward. Dude, the problem with setting the camera is that I have to move this box. Can you move that out of the way?
Yeah, we can move that.
Thank you.
We'll go here, and I'll fix it in studio mode. Kind of curious. I know we've got a lot of, AOS peeps in the channel. What are you people working on in preparation for 4th Ed? Are you starting a new army? Are you adding to your existing army? Have you seen something in a Warcom preview that has made you say, "Ooh, I need a bunch of those," and I ordered a bunch of those, and now I'm gonna build and paint a bunch of those? That has happened to me a few times already.
Oh, really? With the previews?
Yeah.
What?
Sorry. I'm looking for this. It's so hard to do two things at once. Two things. So one is they were mostly Night Haunting. So one was Dreadblade Harrows. I have 2 Dreadblade Harrows, but Dreadblade Harrows have gone from being they come in boxes of 2.
Mm-hmm.
They've gone from being a character to being a unit of 2.
Okay.
So I had to paint my remaining Dreadblade Harrow that I didn't paint yet, and now I ordered 2 more, so I have 2 units of 2 Dreadblade Harrows.
Okay.
What else?
I bet you're not liking that preview we've seen today.
For Magakin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're liking it, but maybe not as a Night Haunt player.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird. Gotta heal before.
Yeah.
You can bring things back is going to be an issue for death players.
Yeah.
And it should be. I like it. And frankly, they have a lot of ways to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be something that needs to happen. You'll feel it, but it's not going to be the end of the world.
Cool. All right. We're shrooming it up here. Man, I want to go watch that terrible FMV game now.
Oh, so speaking of watching terrible things,
okay.
I have a funny story. Okay, so and Nick, and if Josh is still hanging around, anybody that was at Small Town Throwdown, you'll recall that, and Josh was actually right near me. He was sorry, not Josh. Nick was actually right near me when this was happening. It was the first. So day one, they had like these TVs, and day one they had all the.
Sorry, what?
TVs.
Titties?
TVs. We're gonna we're gonna get to titties, by the way. And I gotta say, a little weird. Day one, they had the original. Sorry, not the original. They had episode 1 through 3 of Star Wars going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on day one, that's fine. Whatever. It was interesting because I'm not a Star Wars guy, but a lot of those Star Wars movies came out when I was in high school and college, early college, and yeah, the first one came out I think it was in 10th grade.
Oh wow, okay.
And then so they're a thing, but a lot of people my age really love them actually. Those original ones. Do you? I mean, those would have been ones when you were a kid.
I was in elementary school when they came out.
You probably loved them.
No,
you didn't.
No, I don't like this revisionism that we're seeing now with this. You can't change history, people.
Yeah, do you... Wait, so you didn't like the...
No, it doesn't make any... No, I did not... Okay, there are things I liked in the originals.
The originals?
Sorry, the episode 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
I like pod racing. It doesn't make sense for the story. I don't really care. Pod racers are cool.
Okay.
Pod racing video game is cool. Sebulba has cool character design. I like his muscle car pod racer. It's pretty sick.
Okay. How do you feel about... Of course, we got to bring it up. Yeah. Anytime we talk about episode 1, we've got to talk about the most problematic character. I know
Which one?
I know you all think I'm going to say Jar Jar Binks, but it's actually Watto.
Watto?
Watto.
Oh, Watto. Yeah.
Watto is...
Or is it the Nemodians?
Oh, the Nemodians. Well, okay, yeah, so I guess, it depends who you are. Yeah. Probably if you are from the culture it's based off of, you find it the most problematic. I'm Mediterranean, so for me, Watto is the most.
I think Watto's so egregious.
He is aggressively egregious.
It's egregious.
He's gosh awful.
Yeah.
But the Emodians are really bad too. They are. Wow.
Man.
Wow.
Woo, man.
Yeah, I don't even know where to go there.
What were you thinking?
and when I was watching it as a kid, growing up in rural Pennsylvania, not really even knowing very many East Asian people, I still remember being like, "Whoa, this is bad," right? It wasn't even a thing. This was like 1999 or something. I remember being like, "They shouldn't be doing this."
Yeah,
right?
This seems a little weird, right?
This is not good. This is not okay. Anyway, all right, you're right. I forgot about how horrible they were. Anyway, okay, so by the way, I haven't lost track of the story. I'm about to tell you guys what we watched on day 2. And then what I've since gone and we'll get there. But so you original Star Wars, you're not original. Episode 1.
Episodes 1, 2, 3. There are okay things about them. I think everyone saying that they're good movies don't know how movies work.
Yeah, but listen, if you're saying they're good movies, there's a strong case to be made that the original 3 Star Wars are also not good movies. Are they actually good movies?
That's what I mean. I think you can enjoy them.
They're cool. They've got good special effects.
They're very confused.
Yeah.
Movies. So is episode 1 for kids or not?
Okay. Yeah.
Who's the target audience for episode 1?
No,
is it kids?
That was
Jar Jar Binks.
That was the problem. I remember my dad, who was in his. I remember my dad, who was in his probably early 50s when these movies came out.
Yeah.
And had kind of, in the 70s and 80s. He was in his 20s and 30s when the first ones came out. I remember my dad kind of being like, I don't understand. He's like, yeah, when he first saw it, he didn't go to the theaters and see it. He wasn't that interested. But I remember him then kind of watching it on TV. It was like on TNT or something, right? And him being like, "Is it a kids?" He was like, "It feels like it's a kid. It's made for children or something."
Yeah,
I think it was.
Yes, but then
they murder children.
Yeah,
later
they
on in the
murdered. Well, I'm even talking about just episode 1. Do you remember what the whole crux of the movie is? This is a. Oh, by the way, people who are thinking about defending this film, tell me what the plot of the movie is.
What is the plot of the movie?
I'm gonna let
kidnapping Anakin.
Nope. Well, that's part of it.
to force him into being a Jedi. No. What is it?
It's about a trade
war.
What's a trade
war?
block?
That's right. It's a
running trade blocks. Oh my god. Which is like a kid doesn't know what
right.
Like blocking in a planet that is. Man.
Yeah, I think this is sort of an interesting concept. It's like one of the things we're kind of being asked to do as fans of a franchise is we're kind of being asked to shut up as we get older and say it's for younger kids and stuff. But what I've started to find out about a lot of them, like at first I was like, oh, this is interesting. And I was about to say, like, some of the guys who are a little younger than me were talking about how of the opening trilogy they liked 1, 2, 3. Yeah. They liked 3 the best. And even though 3 gets kind of a bad rap, a lot of them were saying they thought 3 was the best one.
I think 3 of the prequels, I think 3 is the best.
Yeah. They were talking about that. But then they were all kind of saying, yeah, like 4, 5, 6 are the best. And like this happened again recently. Like there are all these little memes of like some grognard yelling about how dumb the new Star Wars movie is, and some little kid being like, "Well, I like it," blah blah blah. But like, guys, I'm starting to realize that's like kind of a BS. like yeah, okay, whatever. You're a nerd. Is your life really ruined by your?
No, it's not. I think people are over dramatic.
They
about
are,
it,
but at the same time, it is. They're kind of like it's kind of a BS excuse to be like, we made a bad movie, but like. 2 to 6-year-olds love it. It's like, well, 2 to 6-year-olds
love anything.
Yeah, you can put Felix the Cat on. I mean,
this is not an accomplishment.
It's not an accomplishment, right? You can put freaking Hanna-Barbera on for 6-year-olds in there.
Hey, Hanna-Barbera is pretty good.
Are you kidding me?
Hanna-Barbera's alright.
Hanna-Barbera? What Hanna-Barbera? What Hanna-Barbera is good?
Flintstones is alright.
Flintstones is, God, oh my God.
Jetsons are right.
Jetsons is okay.
Jetsons is okay.
Oh my God.
Is Scooby-Doo Hanna-Barbera? Yeah, right?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Scooby-Doo's alright.
Honey-Barbera, dude. Jesus, Saray. Oh my God.
Hanna-Barbera's alright.
Oh my God.
Is Hanna-Barbera, what, is that the one with the little mounty dog? The little dog with got like the...
Oh, Droopy?
Yeah. Is that him?
Yeah.
He's pretty good. I don't know. That might be Looney Tunes, though. I don't know if that's Hanna-Barbera.
There's like confused ownership issues on those things. Anyway, all this is a long-winded way of saying that's what we watched day 1 while we played. Day 2, this kind of weird thing happened where I was starting my game and I was looking over at the TV, and there was like weird animation going on, like weird, scary, freaky 80s animation. And then I was like, okay, it was like a guy in a car driving in outer space.
I'm here for it so far.
Okay. And then I was like, all right, whatever. Then I'm like taking my turn, blah, 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 look over, and there's just like boobs everywhere all the time. And then what I realized is I was actually watching heavy metal. Have you ever seen the heavy metal movie?
I've never seen it, but I know.
But you've seen this movie because we've all seen the South Park episode.
I've never seen the South Park.
You've never seen the South Park episode. No, it wasn't 2000. I don't think Jupiter. It was the original heavy metal. Not the 2000 one. I actually haven't seen the 2000 one yet. Maybe I should go see it. Last night, Meg was out with a friend, kind of late, and I was tired, so I laid down in bed. I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch this properly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rent it. I'm gonna rent the heavy metal cartoon, and I'm gonna watch it. It's $4 on Apple TV. I rent it, and I watch it, and oh my God! First of all, I thank gosh the volume wasn't on at the event, because listen, I'm not a person that gets overly offended by anything. I don't brag myself on that, and I don't get upset or annoyed by people who point out something might be considered. But wow, is that just brutally offensive to women, and not because of nudity. It's just all the women characters, with the exception of one, are just nothing. They're just like the worst written characters ever.
Yeah.
Like, there were no women involved in making this movie at all.
No.
At all. Okay. So it's a number of shorts.
Yeah.
Of like quick little shorts about, they're kind of sci-fi-y.
Sometimes fantasy too, right?
Fantasy, sci-fi, apocalyptic kind of vibes. It's pretty cool. Oh god, just put my hand in the paint. That's the problem with box lid painting. Now I will say the last one is pretty cool. The last one's the most famous one, with the warrior woman. Yeah. Who's like mostly naked. And yes, okay, whatever, she's naked. That's a little offensive, I guess you could say. But it's also just kind of okay. It's like she's cool. Yeah. She's a cool character. You root for her. And it's actually a pretty cool story. For the last one, I was like kind of into it. The animation's cool. They do some cool things with it. But man, all the ones before it are just, gosh, awful. Like, wow. One of them's okay. The if anyone knows it, I think the one with the B-52 pilots is cool.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's interesting. The noir one is bad. That's, I think, the first one. It's kind of bad, and about the taxi cab driver, and man, they're just
mixed bag. Mostly bad.
I should watch 2000. I guess I should watch the robots. I know everybody loves Love, Death, Robots. I haven't seen it yet. I think Meg might have seen it.
It's on Netflix, yeah?
I think so. Have you seen it?
No.
No. Okay.
I've also been recommended, but it was at a time when I didn't have Netflix, because, you
just didn't have Netflix.
It's like, why? There's nothing on Netflix to watch.
Right, yeah.
Except for Love, Death, and Robots. I'm not going to get it just for that.
You're right.
You get that pastel, please.
Yes.
Here, you want to show me? I'll show where we're at again.
I'm boxing mine.
Okay.
So, if you want to, you can take a couple, I guess. Ooh, look how cute.
We're getting there. They look like mushrooms.
Here, you can show. Here, I'll put a few of mine on there.
Okay. So, Zach just did some shading on these.
It's like Plinko. It's like Plinko from...
Hey! Alright, switch us back to front.
There we are.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah, I have to believe that you're right about that, just super. I don't know why because I want to be able to paint the stalks. That's why I did this. Okay. I was like, I'm going to varnish these, and I'm going to regret having taken them off.
Well, you can re-glue them.
I'm going to probably re-glue them. It sounds like a lot of work, but it's actually not. Mm-hmm. You literally, like, take the... I got video of it for the video we're making of this, but you literally take, like, the PVA glue and just go, like, straight across, and then you just kind of get a wet brush and slather and just stick them on there. Jupiter, no, they're actually for terrain, but sort of yes also, because they will basically just be decorative elements on some kind of like rocky cave ground cover pieces that we're making. For the most part, that's their fate.
Yes, their role in this.
You can see that they're not big enough to actually have an impact on the game. But they're gonna matter. Just carving out rock with pink foam and painting it and calling it done, fine. But going a little extra step and adding some other kind of texture material,
goes a long way.
It goes a very long way. Absolutely, I think. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if Meg's gonna get around to watching heavy metal. I kind of weirdly think she would like it, probably more than I did. But man, it was. So yeah, I just ended up watching it because they put it on. And it was funny, but that game I played while it was on was kind of a long one, and I kept looking up. And kind of seeing like it repeating, and I was like, oh, they must just be playing. I was like, oh, I didn't realize the heavy metal movie was like only half an hour, but it wasn't. I just kept happening to look up during the same kind of time. Yeah. Over and over again, which was actually close to the end of the movie. Kind of wild how fast they went.
Alright. I can't wait to be done with these dots so that I can paint stalks.
I know, yeah, me too.
Exciting.
Yeah. Great, yeah. So, okay. We're going to close the poll, wrap this up, because this is a big conversation piece, this poll. We're going to be
here for a minute.
I'm curious if you and I, how you and I would even rank these.
Oh, are we ranking them?
Well, you and I at the very least could rank them. We could see people's rankings and throw up your rankings in chat if you're watching. Throw up your rankings for the poll.
Yeah.
We know you picked your favorite, but what are your?
I am very curious. Like, how are you ranking it?
So I think we do it kind of as one of our big supporters, Liberty Fires, likes to say. It's kind of just like go for it.
Okay, just go for it. Okay.
And I think I've come around on his way of like that because you're never going to get everybody to agree on the same one
criteria anyway.
And it's kind of boring if you do. If you set the criteria, then you're kind of like typically pigeonholing one of these into a probably factually correct answer.
Can you hand me the Pilar blue? The blue contrast?
Yeah. Right. So I kind of get it. Yeah, okay, here's what can I tell you my criteria? All right. First and foremost, all of these, as we mentioned, all of these have kind of like a big hit.
Yes.
So question 1, do any of them have 2 big hits? I would suppose.
Yes.
I would suggest that actually, almost all of them do. Almost all of them have a obvious cornerstone winner.
Yes.
And then I think almost all of them have a second movie, at least, that is like pretty good.
Yes.
Okay, I think.
Yes. I think there's one maybe where less so, but yes.
Okay.
Should we just end it?
Should we end the poll? We're in the poll in a few seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Then my criteria is, do any of them have a third movie that's like pretty watchable?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I would suggest then at that point, I think there starts to be a winner.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there starts to be a winner once you start asking, do any of them have a third movie that is watchable?
Because, yes, watchable.
Watchable, like, okay, I'm going to watch this franchise.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's the best one. But the next one's fine. You know,
yeah.
It's fine. I've got my popcorn. I've got my Saturday night. I'm going to hang out and watch it.
Yeah.
Right? I'll be on my phone a bit or whatever, but, like, it's fine, right? And I think once you start asking around for a third movie,
it starts to get a little hard.
It starts to get... There's a drop. Okay. So that's one of my criteria.
Mm-hmm.
Then my other criteria is outside of movies or outside of the main run-through franchise, how do we feel about this? You need some of this?
This is not quite as dark as I thought, so maybe I'll take some of that.
The Dollar Roundy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, outside of it, is there a third... Is there something else? Sorry, is there something else that's like cool about? So, for example, there are the AVP movies.
Yes.
Unfortunately, there really isn't a good one yet. But in the case of Alien, there's also kind of the Prometheus movies.
Yes.
I'm not the biggest fan of the second Prometheus.
Uh-huh.
I do think the first Prometheus kind of okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess, I don't know, do we technically count Prometheus as an Alien movie? I don't know.
We said franchise, so I'm going to say
franchise.
Probably counts. So in that case, I think we should bring back Alien AVP into both the AVP.
Okay, but
Alien
but unfortunately, bad movies don't really hurt.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree. Bad movies don't hurt.
Bad movies don't really hurt. Now, there's one of these franchises. I should look up before I say what I'm about to say. One of these franchises has had, I think, the least amount of movies.
Okay.
And I think it might have only had 3 or 4, maybe. And I think that they're all like pretty okay. So one of them I think probably has the highest
that's
per capita.
Good, like so what I was wondering, okay, we're talking about RoboCop, right? We should just end it.
Let's end this.
Okay.
Let's end this. Okay, let's chat RoboCop because RoboCop 1 and 2 both good.
Yes.
And then the remake that came out not too long ago.
Not good, but
really? I thought it was,
but not terrible.
Okay,
it's like fine.
Okay, so that's what I was saying earlier about. I'm gonna take crap for this. That's what I was saying earlier about Prey, and I said it about the new Chucky movie with Aubrey Plaza. I've said it about the new Hellraiser movie. There's this really popular thing to do right now in sci-fi and horror where you remake a movie and you take all the 80s, 90s dumb shit out of it. Yeah. Which seems good.
Seems like a good idea.
But then what you're left with is like a very sterile movie. The other Predator movie that's like this is the one, I think it's called Predators. Yeah. It's the one...
With Adrian Brody?
No, that one's awful. That's an AVP.
Oh.
I think.
Is it? I think that's...
Oh, no, mate. Sorry, The Predator.
Okay.
The Predator, I don't remember the actor's name in it, but he's like this military guy. His son has autism, and the Predators are trying to actually basically kidnap his son because they realize that the way like his son's brain works is like the ultimate weapon.
Interesting.
Okay, it is interesting. It's like cool. It's fine.
Yeah.
But it's so freaking sterile. Just like the new Hellraiser. Just like the new Chucky.
Right.
They're not funny. They're not.
Have you seen the new Chucky movie, TV series, by the way?
No.
Okay, I've heard it's good.
Okay. So yes, the new RoboCop.
Yeah.
Kind of sterile.
Kind of sterile.
But that's just how these movies are getting made right now.
Yeah. Too safe.
They're
Take
too
risks.
Safe. I honestly, I was reading an article the other day about how doesn't have to be about this, I know, but how little nudity is in movies nowadays compared to the 90s and 2000s. Yeah. And they were like, oh yeah, violence, way toned down. Nudity, way toned down. Like stupid, goofy stuff, way toned down.
I say crank it up.
Yeah, everything is just like chill.
Yeah.
And the movie you watch it and you're like, oh, it wasn't bad.
Yes.
Yeah. I say that a lot with like modern horror movies. I'm like, oh, it wasn't
bad.
The new Candyman.
Oh, okay.
They're like, it's fine.
Yeah, it's like
they're fine. Yeah. Anyway, RoboCop.
So what I was wondering, we were talking about. We're off mushrooms for a minute.
We're off mushrooms.
We're talking about something we've been talking about with these previews, Warhammer, the AOS previews we've been talking about.
Stream sounds like we're on mushrooms. Get it?
Highest potential, right?
Highest potential of these four?
So, not quite potential, but so what is the highest high? And does that offset the lowest lows and a middling?
Okay,
middle, right?
Okay.
Because I would say, hopefully not controversial, the best RoboCop is not as good as any of the other movies. I don't think it's as good as Alien or Aliens. I don't think it's as good as Terminator 1 or 2. And I would say Predator is a better movie than is more enjoyable than RoboCop.
I think I agree with you. However, I would say that if somebody didn't agree with me on that, unlike normal, I wouldn't tell them that they're wrong.
No,
I would just tell them that okay.
I think I also think all of those movies have more cultural cachet than RoboCop does.
Yeah, RoboCop's interesting. It kind of Megan watched RoboCop with me the first time a few years ago. Yeah, and she was like, "Wow, that was really good." And she was like, "Wow, they it makes you think about things. It's pretty dark. It has these interesting themes and
all of which they forget by the second movie."
Yeah.
Cool robot cop.
Yeah. Okay, I think I agree. And listen, the poll results were insane.
Yes.
They were Alien clearly won.
Yes.
And everything else was tied, which I kind of think is wild.
That is wild. Yeah, three-way tie for second.
A three-way tie between these three does not sound right. So what is your favorite?
As a franchise, Alien. I agree with Chad.
Okay.
I think, but what's interesting is, as a single movie, I guess it's probably still Alien. But I think I like Predator more than I like Aliens.
Predator 1?
Yeah.
Predator 1 is wild. It's so good.
It's so good.
Now, and I know everyone's going to talk about Prey, because everybody loves Prey. I thought Prey was totally kind of like that sterile vibe. Yeah. But it was it was the best, of all the sterile vibe movies I'm talking about, Prey was the best.
It had something a little extra.
Yeah, but I still felt it was a little on the sterile side.
Fair.
Mine, I don't know. So as far as coolness of these four different things, they're all pretty cool. RoboCop is maybe the least cool.
Yeah. I mean, I love Paul Verhoeven, though. So.
Yeah, no, Paul... no, it's pretty cool. I think maybe Predator is my favorite. Like, if you just take the character, I think Predators are cooler than...
No.
I'm more into, like, an advanced alien race than I am a...
Oh, are we talking...
A Tyranid.
Yes. So we're talking about, like...
or a Necron.
We're at this point,
or a Space Marine.
Yeah,
because that's essentially what this is.
Yeah.
Tyrannids, I don't know. Predators are a bizarre mix of Kroot and Eldar.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you've got your Space Marine as RoboCop, and then you've got your Necron. Yeah.
Yeah, when you put it that way, I don't know why I like Space Marines so much.
Yeah, they're cops.
Yeah, they're cops. Space
they're
cops.
They're
narcs. Yeah, I think if we're talking about, like, as a movie, I think I'm in agreement with you. I think for me, it's so close between Predator and Alien 1 that it depends on the day.
Okay, but here's the problem. You say that, and then what about T2? What about
But the
T2?
franchise.
Just Jupiter, right, pointing this out. No, not Alien 2. See, he's wrong about that.
Yeah.
No, he's wrong about that.
But, like, as a franchise, I think Alien takes it. Right? Even if you get into the, like, pretty not amazing...
okay.
Alien... Because Alien 2 is great. Alien 3 is good.
Okay.
Maybe...
I actually liked Resurrection more than 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought Resurrection was okay.
Okay. That's what I mean. It's like, it's not even that... It's not bad.
Yeah. I thought 3 is the worst, but I will say this. This is what I was saying.
I think Alien 3 is interesting in its own way.
Right, I think so too. And
Yeah.
this is what I was saying. I was like, which ones have a second one that's like pretty decent?
Yes.
And that's what those RoboCop.
Yeah.
And then I think Prey's good enough to be that second one.
It ain't Predator 2.
It's not Predator 2. So I was kind of okay with that. And like I said, that other one, The Predator, I actually thought was okay. It was okay.
There's been so many Predator movies. So there's the one with Adrian Brody.
That's an AVP.
Okay, is that an AVP?
I'm pretty sure that's an AVP.
And then there's the one with...
It's not Requiem, but it's the other AVP.
Key from Key and Peele is in one of them. Right? I don't know what's up with that movie. I don't think that's the Adrian Brody one. There's one that, like, snuck in there. And I was like, wait, is this real?
There is one with... Yeah, you're right.
And that's kind of what I mean. Is the Predator... I feel like the drop-off between... Biggest drop-off is going to be Predator 2.
Oh, absolutely.
I think strongest second entry, Aliens. Even though they're completely different movies.
Yeah, and then like you're kind of saying, I do actually agree with you. I do think that the Alien franchise kind of... You can tell they're getting worse. I actually think that Resurrection was a bump up from 3.
Mm.
But overall, I'm kind of like... You can kind of tell they're hanging in there for Alien.
Thank you, Cody.
Yeah.
Molecule.
I feel like.
Isn't there a new Alien movie coming out?
Maybe. Yes, actually, I think there is.
I think that got announced like 2 days ago.
I hope it's not sterile.
I hope it's gross and they have John Hurt fucking vomiting white.
Yeah, I think he might be dead.
Fluid.
But,
No, he is dead.
I mean, they could just... I mean, if they can make Robert De Niro look like he's 22, they can make John Hurt look like he's alive, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they did it within that Star Wars movie.
Should they do it? No.
No.
Can they? Yes. They're so preoccupied asking if they should do it, if they could do it, that they never...
Talking about movies that fell off, Jurassic Park. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, geez, wow. No kidding. All right, so, I don't know. I conceptually, Predator's cool. I think the franchise... But, dude, the Alien franchise, man, also has been handled sloppily.
Yeah, there's some stinkers.
It's kind of like you said with potential. Mm-hmm. Like, it's never quite lived up to its potential again. I'm going to submit, in my personal opinion, I will say even 2.
You don't think it...
I think 2 is a huge departure from 1. I get that there's this reality that's going to happen when, 1 is laborers, it's miners.
Yeah.
Asteroid miners. Union asteroid miners who get attacked by this like thing that nobody's ever heard of before.
Yeah.
2 is Marines, a team of Marines going in to deal with them. So inherently it's going to pull away from horror and into action.
Yes.
I get that, but I don't always feel like I feel like it could have been a little more horror action. I mean, it starts with. I mean, they really like kind of kick it like kill a lot of the aliens.
Yeah.
Pretty intense. Like the aliens become cheap. They become like, oh, these things are not that. When you've got guns and you've got your tank, they're actually pretty easy to deal with, right?
Dumbest. Oh my. Yeah. Sorry.
What?
Man. It's a good thing that squad leader got killed, because he is maybe the dumbest man on the planet.
Who played the squad?
Actually, no, it was the lieutenant. It was the officer. He was like, "Oh yeah, take away their ammo for their guns."
Oh,
okay,
right, because
genius.
Or is that Paul Reiser who makes him do that? Because they're trying to get him alive. Like Wayland's trying to get him alive.
I think it's the officer who stays in the APC.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
He's like,
but he does it because Paul Reiser's like, oh, we need him alive. So
yeah, he's like, no, we need it's a nuclear power plant, so don't shoot.
Right. Anyway, our audience clearly likes Predator. Alien. They don't like Predator.
Well, they don't like it any more or less than RoboCop or Terminator.
Oh, there's Rudy. Alien Romulus should be released. Yeah, that's true. In late summer 2024. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. I liked Prometheus also. I thought it was quite good. Everyone's like, oh, the scientists are depicted so stupid. And I was like, yeah, I think it kind of pulled away from the sterile thing I'm talking about. And it took a risk, and it portrayed some stupidity, and it did it in service of the movie being actually entertaining to watch, right?
Yeah.
And those movies that are like just kind of like sterile, that sterile vibe. Oh, another one that was just fell into this category is the latest Evil Dead.
Oh yeah.
The latest Evil Dead that takes place like in the apartment building with the family.
Yeah.
Just very sterile again compared to the other Evil Dead movies, franchises, which are totally wild and goofy, right?
Yeah,
almost too goofy.
Wait, are you talking about Evil? Are you talking about? Sorry, I always get them confused. There's Evil Dead, and then what's the one with
Pumpkinhead?
No, what's the one with the guy who has the chainsaw arm? I always forget.
Chainsaw arm.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's like Ash. His name's Ash.
That is Evil Dead.
Okay.
That's the same franchise.
How?
Yeah. Yes. These are the same franchise.
How are they the same franchise? Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness is the third Evil Dead movie.
Okay.
There's Evil Dead 1, 2, and then Army of Darkness. And it's kind of similarly. It sort of breaks away from being a horror. And changes into like this bizarre fantasy epic. But yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Bruce Campbell is amazing.
Yeah.
Though. He's so funny. Yeah.
Well.
Anyway.
Shall we show some mushrooms? I finally finished the dots.
Mushrooms? Oh, yeah. Let's see them.
Now I got to paint the stalks.
I've started on the stalks. And it's pretty easy. It's like kind of like a quick overbrushing that I'm doing.
Yeah. We don't need to be super precise with these.
Do not need to be super precise. And then some of yours do too. We have little rocks we're going to have to figure out.
Yeah.
I hate these little rocks. I guess we're going to paint these little rocks the same way we paint the pink foam that they're going to go on.
Yeah. So hopefully we figure something easy out with those.
Yes, because it's good. It's a good call, Cire, knowing that we're going to have to do it on all these. Or many of these. Some of mine don't have it, and some of mine do. Yeah, I don't know. Does anybody else kind of notice the sterilization relaunch fad? But again, they're like not bad. They're always like well done, and you're kind of like, oh, okay. And so then there was like the sterile Chucky with Aubrey Plaza, and then they made that movie Megan, right? And that movie decided to not do the sterile thing
and just went wild.
Yeah, they kill a kid in it. Megan like dances down the hallway for no reason.
She runs on all fours.
Like an animal. And like honestly, I think it's better. I think it's better than the Chucky movie. It's like, this is stupid, but we're laughing. Like, what do you want us to do? Do you really want me to watch the Chucky movie? Like, Aubrey Plaza is a good actress. Like, they're good. Like, am I supposed to watch this and be like, oh, wow, that's a great movie? Yeah. Like, compared to a freaking...
It's a doll. It's a killer doll. Like, don't lose the plot.
They're trying to kind of... It's like they take themselves a little too seriously, I think.
Yeah.
That's part of the problem. Yeah. Yeah, no, Saul is pointing out a good point, which is that one of the problems with Alien as a franchise, and you can tell this from Alien because, like, if you ask people to... as a music person, right? You ask people the themes for these other movies, other than RoboCop, which nobody knows because not enough people have seen it and there are enough of them.
I feel like RoboCop was very clear in what it's trying to say, but
no. Sorry, I'm saying the music. Like everybody knows the Terminator theme.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Everybody knows. Like I think the Predator has one too, right? Or at least it started with one. It's pretty similar, right? So. But Alien doesn't have one, and like actually, that's often a sign of what happens when your cast changes.
Your direct,
just everybody. Yeah. The teams change, right? Is that you'll like Alien? There's not really like a theme. Prometheus had one that then they also used in whatever the second Prometheus was. But Ridley Scott's weird. He's like. Prometheus was pretty cool. It was going in a cool place. She like gets in the ship and like flies off the fire. And then the movie starts with, oh, she crashed in and died. Or like, oh, she got to the plane and died. It's like he made the movie and then he started like, oh, you know what? I don't like it. I'm gonna totally start over again. Like what you?
Why do you do that? What?
Tick.
He's like, oh, hey, at least he's not doing fan service, right? He's like. Oh, that's what happened to Ripley. Not this time.
Yeah,
she died.
Right, I know. Okay, wait, hold on. You're right. Sorry, I'm messing with your head. The Predator is the Adrian Brody one.
Okay.
It's not an Alien.
Okay, I didn't think so.
It's not an AVP. I thought it was an AVP. Okay. So then the Predator is bad. The one with Adrian Brody is very, very, very bad.
Okay. So, okay, I was talking about this earlier. I wonder which one has the highest potential for, like, oh, man, I want to go see this movie. Just not even elevator pitch. What's your, like, short, one-sentence pitch for one of these movies? Mine was Predator versus Samurai.
Oh, a Predator, kind of like Prey.
Yeah.
Where he kind of takes on, like, in the 1700s.
Yeah.
Or 16, yeah, I think it's like 1700s. He takes on basically a Native American warrior.
Yeah. Predator versus
Samurai would be cool.
We should add a samurai to every one of these movies and see if it's good.
I mean, you could do the. I mean, the Predator one is pretty cool. You could take. I mean, what I really want to see. Once they start doing Prometheus, I was like, oh man, I really hope we get something like with Predators and Engineers. Like I want to see. I want to see a Predator like have to fight an engineer, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I also Predators are cool because they're like kind of like cool with being friends with humans.
Yeah.
Right. So like I was kind of hoping we'd get like a alien, Predator, engineer, human mashup, where the Predators and the humans are kind of allying up to defeat the engineers, and meanwhile aliens are just ruining everyone's time. Right. I mean, I think for me, Predator versus Archie is a comic. I saw that.
Oh my gosh!
Have you seen it?
No. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. I can spoil it a little bit. It's very.
Does Archie win?
No, well, it's like one of those like unsuspecting people win kind of thing because Betty and Veronica actually end up killing the Predator.
Oh my god!
After there's a scene where Predator rips Jughead's head off.
Oh hell yeah!
And they like open the locker and Jughead's head and spine are in there.
This is amazing.
Yeah, you have to watch. My nephew at the time, he was very young, and we were into he was into comic books, and we took him out here to a comic book store that's just like right down the block. We drive past it when we go to it.
Yeah.
And we were there like on our way out, and my nephew was like, "Wait," or Megan I think saw it. She's like, "Wait, what is this?" And we like looked at it, and the comic book guy was like actively okay with us looking through this one. He's like, "Oh yeah, everyone looks through that one. It's fine." And yeah, it's pretty amazing. And then at some point we either bought it or something and read the whole thing. But yeah, Predator versus Archie.
Predator versus Archie.
I know I've said this a million times on stream before, but my versus idea was always Ernest versus Crocodile Dundee. That was like the 90s.
Ernest versus Crocodile. Like to a fight to the death? Like, what is happening here?
That was the... yeah, I guess so. I think in these, you are always rooting for the underdog, so I think Ernest has to be the good guy, and Crocodile Dundee is kind of the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, Crocodile Dundee is like trying to burn down an orphanage in this or something. He's like...
turned suddenly evil.
I get... No, you're right. He's not very evil, so it doesn't really make sense. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
A Predator versus Crocodile Dundee.
Predator versus... Oh, that would be good. That would be good.
Now, this is a knife. No, this is a knife. This is a fucking gun. This is a net launcher.
Oh my god. Yeah, I forgot about the Predator versus Archie comic. No, Archie gets wrecked too.
Oh, good.
Is there Predator versus Terminator? I know there's RoboCop versus Terminator.
I feel like Terminator wins that.
Well, I think like I'm saying, like, once again, I think Predator in the comic series, RoboCop's the good guy.
We need a Starship.
I mean that's not a stretch. We know that Terminator's not good.
Yeah. Starship Troopers versus aliens. I guess that's what.
I mean, that is, you're just describing...
That's aliens, too.
You're basically describing Starship Troopers.
Yes, it's both. I'm describing both Starship Troopers and aliens, too.
Aliens, too. Oh, my God. Yeah, I don't know. I guess...
Now, that's a series that had a complete and utter fall-off. There's no other good movies than Starship Troopers.
Did they make more?
Yes, and they're god-awful.
Oh, wow. By the way, we owe Molecule. Molecule sent a super chat. Molecule, thank you. Predator seems like corn to me in combat and honor. Yeah, I guess so. My mind, because they're aliens, my mind goes to aliens.
True, yeah.
Not chaos, right?
Yeah. Alien versus Star Trek.
I like how it's Saul's Alien versus Star Trek. Yeah. It's Kirk.
Yes, not Jean-Luc Picard.
Or not any. Yeah, it's specifically Kirk.
He lands on a mining rig.
Kirk tries to seduce the alien queen. Oh my god, that show. Have you ever tried to watch the original Star Trek? Do you like the way I framed that question?
Oh, good God.
Have you ever watched the original Star Trek, but have you ever tried to watch it?
Holy crap, you ever watched this garbage? No. I actually quite enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah, the first...
I'm not talking about Next Gen.
No, I know. I'm talking...
Jonathan Frakes.
No, I'm talking about... No, not Jonathan Frakes. You're talking about the one with Leonard Nimoy and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's old and dated, but it's kind of interesting.
Okay. Maybe Megan and I tried to watch it and maybe we didn't give it enough of a chance. We couldn't get into it.
It's dated. So, I don't blame you for not being able to stick with it.
Oh my god, yeah, Star Trek. But people love Star Trek.
Yeah. I had a substitute teacher who was a part-time actor who was in one of the Star Trek movies. There was one that takes place in the Starfleet Academy is like San Francisco or something. So they were filming out here, and he was in it. And this guy's really interesting because you can tell he was an actor because he was also an assistant football coach and was always trying to give rousing speeches.
Oh, okay.
He was not good at it.
Wait, when you were in high school or college?
High school.
Okay.
Oh, man, this guy watched too much Coach Carter and was like, I got to get in on that.
Oh, my God.
I got to do that.
That sounds painful.
It was painful. And his name was Richard Harder. His middle name is his middle initial is B, so he's Dick B. Harder.
Shut up.
I swear to God. I swear, his name is Dick B. Harder.
Why are you just telling me this?
Sorry.
Why are you just telling me this now? We've known each other for almost 2 years.
This is important stuff.
What?
You look him up. Look him up on IMDb. He was in Star Trek.
But he goes by Richard, right?
Well, he was Coach Harder.
He doesn't go by Digby Harder.
He doesn't. I don't think so.
Shut up.
His name's Richard. I swear to God, you can look him up. It's on IMDb somewhere.
It is hot in the hobby studio today, Bryce. We actually have the air conditioner going. Nobody said anything about it. We're wondering if you guys hear either a light hum, a little bit of a fuzziness, or if it actually just sounds awful and you've all been really nice about it.
Yeah, it's like, I'm leaving. I don't want to listen to this air conditioner.
Why? What am I? Oh my God, I'm crying. Digby, that's just wild. Yeah. How do you show your face in a high school?
It's brave.
Has an adult with that name. Okay. Richard Harder?
Yeah.
It's almost
it's almost funny when he does
it's almost more funny when we say Richard Harder.
Richard Harder.
Oh my God. Guys, does anyone else think this is funny? I'm 41. Should I not? This is hilarious to me.
I think that's him on the left.
This guy?
Yeah.
Richard Harder, LinkedIn. Oh yeah, Star Trek.
Yep.
He's in Star Trek.
No.
The Voyage Home. Nash Bridges.
Yeah. And some others, not great stuff.
Bryce, you see Bryce? I'm going to change my West Coast pairings name to Richard Harder.
Richard Harder.
Okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything in a little while, though.
Yeah. 2016, all right. Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's cool.
Yeah. He's an assistant football coach.
Okay. Richard B. Harder.
I think his actor name, I don't think he has the B. But
no, he doesn't.
Yeah, and but his real.
He should have.
Yeah.
He probably would have got more work if he.
His name was Richard. He was
Dick B. Harder.
He's like, sir, can you come film this porno for us? Look, no, I can't. I'm a real serious actor, and you directors need to understand that I. That's how he would talk.
Oh my God. I know, right? Molecule? Jesus. It's like, yo, what else? It makes you wonder what else people are holding on to around you. You know somebody and knew a guy named Dick B. Hart.
And never told you, sorry.
Oh my God, I'm trying to think. I don't... back in the 90s, it was very popular to use the word gay as a derogatory.
Yes.
Which is not cool. But in the 90s, everybody did it. Uh-huh. And there was a woman, there's a so gay can also be a first name.
Yeah.
And there was
a last name.
And a last name. And there's this family of kids, the Blizzards, and their mom's name was Gay. So
Blizzard.
The name was Gay Blizzard. In the 90s, that's hilarious. Rough. It's not funny now.
No. Happy Pride Month.
In the 90s, it was Happy Pride Month. In the 90s, that was funny.
That's rough.
Honestly, I think a lot of people who are gay would enjoy finding out that
Blizzard.
In rural Pennsylvania, there was a woman with the name Gay Blizzard. She was very nice, though, actually.
It's no Richard B. Harder, though.
It would have been more funny if she was like stuck up religious or something.
Yeah.
But she was just like a really nice normal person.
She's a nice regular lady.
Yeah, that one's pretty good, but hard to beat. Dick B. Harder.
Dick B. Harder. Okay, do I know any other dumb names?
That's gonna be the new password around here for everything. By the way,
Dick B. Harder.
I'm gonna call my credit union. Yeah, sorry. Can I get your password?
Yeah, it's Dick B. Harder.
You know what it is. Come on, don't make me say it.
Yeah. Can you repeat it?
I want you to say it. You say it. You say it. You say it. You say it, Monica. All right. Dr. Butts. That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
Oh my God. Dr. Butts is good. Dr. Butts is good.
Dr. Butts.
Okay, man, there's other things we're supposed to do, but I'm just so... That Dick B. Harder just wrecked me.
That Dick wrecked you up.
Oh, we have fan stuff.
Yeah.
We have fan stuff. See, it's just the potential. It's just, it never ends. Oh my God. We have fan stuff. We want to get to fan stuff a little early this time because we also have to today do Krongfort stuff.
Yes.
Which we're kind of excited about today. We're always excited about crowing stuff and about the winners, but we have a winner. That's the point. There's a winner from the month of May, which just ended.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to look at the entries for May, and we all voted on which one we wanted to win. We is like the cast and the mods. So let's jump in. Let's jump in. Here we go. Fan stuff. First, then we'll move on to
we got to bring up these names.
Yes, let me bring the names. I did this last night.
We're getting lights too.
We are getting lights.
Thank you, Saul.
I just covered it. Yes, let's come back. Let's come back to Saul's. It's a whole new thing. Yeah, we gotta do things with Saul's. Okay, so this Flesh Eater Quartz army looks incredible.
Yes.
I think this was Young Yarnamite.
Ooh, is that a new name?
Yeah, new person.
Hey, what's up, Young Yarnamite?
This is a great army. We can't see things super up close and detailed because it's an army shot. That kind of happens.
Yeah.
But it looks cool. It looks like it'd be fun to pull up to across from the table. It looks good. I'm digging it, and it's nice to have you on board, Young Yarnamite. Please post some close-ups for us.
Yeah, I want to see the what's this one called? I always forget the name.
Vargolf.
Vargolf. Show me that Vargolf. I really want to see it. It's looking good from a distance. So.
Yeah. Roshan
just straight dunking on us
with mushrooms.
He's got mushrooms at the wazoo.
He's the original mushroom guy. Yeah. You see, he's doing the traditional red with the white dots all over the place. Roshan sculpts all of his own stuff. If you're wondering, like, what's happening here, where are these from? Where are these models from?
Yeah.
Well, they're from
Roshan. That's incredible.
Yeah. He does some kit bashing and stuff as well, but you can kind of see it's a lot of sculpting, honestly, just from hand. Looking good. He also his output is insane, by the way.
Yeah. Broken?
This is Broken Chef. We know this guy. Yeah, very nice.
Broken. How many things are you working on? I swear, every week it's like, oh, here's a new model I finished, and it's for a completely different thing.
I mean, this is what he's doing with his life right now. He is commission painting. So, I think a lot. Yeah, but he moves. He cranks out a bunch of Nurgle, and then like the next week it's like 3 or 4 Iron Jaws units. So he's cranking stuff out fast. Looking good as always. I like the skull. I like the bone work. Nice bone work. Bryce, we know this guy for sure.
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice Bryce.
Legal.
Nice Bryce. Very nice Bryce.
Yes. Hey, wait, I seen this.
They are legal.
Okay.
They are legal.
Yes, actually. Looking great.
Yeah.
The banner's looking good. I know we were messaging back and forth about the banner. He's having some trouble with it, but he figured it out without my help. But yeah, it's looking great.
The black and white thing going on in the banner, like the main face.
Yeah.
Kind of want to know how you did that, Bryce.
Yeah, it's really good.
That looks really good. These are the guys I was talking about that will just shoot a feculent normal off the table turn 1.
Yeah. Oh, excuse
water
me.
Effects.
Water effects on the base. Super nice.
Yeah. Little subtle, and then you look down and you see him. Oh, okay. Now this is also a new person. This is cool. The picture is a little darker than we would always want, it looked good. And I is it like some kind of is a Piper? I think it might be a Piper Prince Tau.
Yeah, I can see it being a Piper Prince Tau, or I'm wondering if
NC Wolf is this person.
Oh, cool, NC Wolf.
Yeah,
it almost looks like I'm sure this is on purpose. It almost looks like a Titanfall. Is it Titanfall?
Maybe.
Yeah, Titanfall. The game with mechs is what the helmet area is reminiscent of.
Yeah, so it's a very kind of like. What, BioShock style going on?
No, I said Titanfall. Damn, how'd you...
Well, the painting style, though, right, is kind of like, is all rusted out. Is that Titanfall kind of style?
No. I think the painting style, I could see almost like this Art Deco, but this is a bit more rust.
It's almost like a steampunky, like, I like this. Yeah. And NC Wolf, good to have you on board. I'm guessing you are a student or alumni of North Carolina State because that's their mascot is a wolf.
Yeah,
the wolf pack. Boris cranking this stuff out.
Super nice.
Cranking out these white scars. His white is down. It's so nice. The shading.
Yeah.
The shading is really what it is.
Yeah, it's great. Good job with the recess shading. That gray recess shading.
The recess, but just
the whole thing.
Like the light gray he's got going on to shade it looks really good.
Yeah.
This is some of the best white I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I really like
Very
this.
good.
This is so good,
This
right?
molecule?
Yeah. No, it's not. It's Zacharias.
Oh, Zacharias.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Is this, I guess we could have looked. Is this, it almost looks like Astral Claws. I could be wrong.
Is it Astral Claws? Is it Grey Knights? No.
Oh, it could be Grey Knights.
Is it just, I don't know.
Sorry, the blue was throwing me off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, regardless, looking great.
Yeah. Cool.
I like the Inceptor bolter on the Terminator. Good job.
Is that not normal?
No.
That's not
No,
standard?
so that's I'm pretty sure that's an Inceptor bolter. It's got the little flip out thing right there in the front.
I like. Got to point out the glow.
Oh, the OSL on the eyes is crazy.
On the eyes is crazy. The axe is like really good. There's a lot of ways to get this. There's a lot of ways to do a glow effect on like a power weapon that make it look pretty good.
Yeah,
that's typically what I think I'm capable of accomplishing. Like, oh, it looks good, especially like you see a squad of guys with weapons. You look over, they're all glowing. It looks cool, very nice. But like to go in and do this,
this is next level.
This is next level.
That glowing is that axe looks hot as crap.
Yeah, hot as crap.
Hot as crap.
Hot as crap.
Hot as
Polychrome Psycho has made
Polychrome known Psycho.
Known Psycho has hobbied a knife. He made a knife.
Is this a threat?
Yeah, in Field 3 posted this, made a knife for my hobby. It is a poly thing to do. So,
yes.
like, signing into Discord and seeing a knife and being like, hearing that, like, I made a knife. In all honesty, though, Polly, if you watch this, I want to rewatch it. Otherwise, I'll just ask you in Discord at some point. Kind of curious, like, what's the story here? Yeah, is this your first knife?
Is this Damascus steel?
What is this? Yeah,
I mean that's what that like marbling effect is, isn't it?
Is that what that is?
I thought so. I don't know. I don't know anything about knives.
Did you just make a picture? Is it just how the picture came out? Like,
no. That's definitely on there. That's like the texture of the knife.
Yeah.
Listen, it's badass.
It is cool.
Yes. Also, I'm sorry, Polly. I never did anything wrong to you, so don't come stab me.
Yeah, he's not in the States, but the thing is that
just one short plane ride away.
it's fair. The thing is that the only problem about making your own knife is if you lose it and someone kills somebody with it, you're immediately a suspect, and it's just like
I hate it when that happens.
You're probably fine, but like like once it happens once, like because a murder case can go on for a while. And if it goes cold, like they're gonna come back to you.
They're gonna make a Netflix documentary about you.
You're gonna be like 3 years ago. Right?
Yeah. I didn't do anything.
I didn't do it. I just made a knife.
I made a knife.
Listen, I made a knife.
I didn't stab that man. All right.
Oh, this is Soy Simmer.
Soy Simmer.
Yes, Soy Simmer. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, looking good. Cool to see some Deepkin.
Yeah.
Getting painted up. I just got this guy myself.
I never realized how vampiric these Ideneth looked. I thought this was a vampire at first.
Oh, yeah. He looks like a little vampire elf.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're very pale-skinned and kind of sickly and weird.
And they kidnap people. So.
And they are, yeah.
And
they
suck out their souls.
Yeah.
So maybe they are.
Nice work. Nice. I like the colors.
Yes.
I like the skin. This is Ro.
Ro?
Yeah. Orc.
Very nice.
As you can tell, lots going on here. Yeah. Good face. I like the face. What is on top of this? Is this like a battery? Is this like an actual model, or did she kit bash this?
This is a big mech, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. I can't.
It looks
with the gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the axes. Not axes. The wrenches.
I don't.
Axe and wrenches, same thing.
I don't feel like I can tell. I was playing 40K when a lot of the new orc characters came out, but even back then I kind of like lost track of who's who. Just like how everybody does with Necrons and everybody does with Tau and frankly Space Marines. Right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a mech.
Okay.
I'm like 99% sure it's a mech. I don't know.
Elijah says new mech for 40K.
Oh, okay. There you go. It looks great, by the way.
Yeah, it does look great. Okay, this is Shrunken Designer?
Designer, wow.
Looks great.
This is amazing.
It looks really nice. I love the color palettes.
Dude, this is great.
I like whatever they have going on with the base.
Yeah, it's almost like a marble or something.
It's sort of weird. I typically don't like when people do this.
Do the flat.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But I like this.
Yeah, this is incredible. This is amazing.
It does look like they put something down on the base, right? Like some kind of light texture roll? Or is that just a straight GW base? I don't think so, right?
I'm not sure.
I don't think it. It can't be.
Anyway, great color choices. The purple and that ivory are super working, and I love the dark gradient down to the talons. It's amazing. Too bad you can't play that model anymore.
Yeah, too bad you got to throw it away now.
Too bad you got to throw it in the trash.
Just as soon as you finish painting it, straight to the trash. Okay, the next thing we have is Kronfort, right? Kronfort. Let's do it. So we had this is, well, first let's talk about Kronfort.
Yes. What are we talking about?
Let's talk about the rules.
Okay.
To get going. So if you're unfamiliar, we have been having a lot of new people dip in. Sometimes some of you guys are probably so sick of us talking about this.
Too bad.
Yeah, this is our hobby where you pretty much, we give a theme, you paint a model, you do the hashtag crowing for it. And then actually here I can go through and make sure that's all very clear. There's the hashtag. Post it wherever. Post it where it makes sense. Post it in our Discord where it makes sense. If it's finished, post it in finished.
Yeah.
The winner gets. We give you a little Discord title. Soups is painting a Castellan Crow model. That's where this title comes from.
Yes.
And he's going to give you an area of this model to have creative control over. It's looking pretty interesting so far. Mm-hmm. And then we pass out typically some kind of fun physical prize.
Yeah, and what we mean is you tell him how to paint that section.
Exactly.
And you can tell him whatever you want.
You can tell him whatever you want. At the end of the year, someone's going to get this crow model.
Yes. Someone's going to have to bear this weight.
The theme this month, for June, is travel. So
take this word and run with it.
Tag something. And you get to enter. Let's look at what entered last month.
Yeah, so these are last month's entrants, which was Power.
Yeah. We had some really strong entries.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh, you need to get the names?
I do need to make sure I know who's or who, and I'm getting it right. So let me pull up.
Yes. We are also sending out, if you win a month, you also get a physical prize.
Physical prize is strong.
It's a strong. I don't know if we can say, but it's good.
I don't like spoiling it.
Yes.
It's a strong physical prize.
Yes.
You will be confused perhaps at first.
But you won't be upset.
Probably not upset, but you will say, oh my gosh, the physical prize is pretty good. Okay, let me make sure I have this in the right space. Wait, actually, this has got to be, sorry, rather than look in Discord, I should be able to look one of these. No. Okay, no. 1 second, hang with me. Probably would have been here.
Here, I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna show you some painting while you search for it.
Yes, please.
Until you find it. All right, so this is where we're at. Here's a mushroom. If I can get it on screen. So
here. Right
now I'm just painting the stalks, just to get them like, look at that little cute little blue and white mushrooms. There we go. Okay, I might be misremembering. Is there a blue? What does the blue and white mushroom do in Mario? That's not the one up? The one up is green, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I making that up? I'm pretty sure there's a blue and white mushroom in Mario.
In one of the newer versions, there must be. Let me see here. Okay, how do we go? Sorry, I'm finding the
credits here. We need to give credit where credit is due.
The entries. Yeah, the names of these here. Meg actually set this up for us, which is really nice.
Oh, sorry.
There it is.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah. Okay. No. We're getting close.
You're almost there.
Monthly challenge.
2024.
Oh, there we go. We're getting closer.
There we go.
Okay. Here we go. We got it. Okay. Back
Wait. Are you sure? Yeah, it is. Okay.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Saul, this first one here. that we had up. So back to this. Our apologies. Back to this. This was actually sorry. No, this one's not Saul.
This is Lisby.
Okay, and then we have Polychrome. This is Poly.
Yeah.
He's not making knives.
He's not making knives. Is this also a threat? I don't know. I feel like he's
close. It looks like the guy would have that knife. Like
yes.
Like the knife and him match.
Here's my little knife.
Yeah. This is Umi.
Very good. This is a Titanicus. Right?
I don't know.
I
think he's been doing real knights.
I don't think that's a full size Titan, is it? I don't think they make this as a full size. So this must be Titanicus.
Titanicus. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We got that.
Very nice.
This is Roshan.
Roshan with his little grots.
With his and this is Roshan doesn't always take close up pictures. This is one of the few that we've seen of him, and it's looking great. I love and I do love the portal thing in the background as well.
What's going on back there?
And then this is the one we had up earlier. This is Saul.
Very nice.
Bone Mason.
Bone Mason.
Okay, of course we have also a winner for May that we're going to announce right now. And this week's winner for May, for this month's winner for May, for the month of May, not the week of May, but the month. I'm going to show you the winner here right after the sentence that I'm saying right now. And it is Molecule.
Molecule, congrats.
Yeah, he did this little. Is this like a guard chibi?
Yeah, it's like
calling anything a chibi.
Guard chibi with a capybara.
All right, there he is.
Yeah,
adorable.
Very cute. Very powerful.
Very powerful. The styling is great.
Yeah, this is like almost like a graphic cartoon style. I love it.
How big is this thing, Molecule? If you're still hanging around.
Yeah, that kind of looks like a 32 or 40.
It looks like a tiny base.
Yeah.
No, 40 even? Yeah, I don't know. I have no context.
There's no way to know.
There's no way to know. Thank you, The Power of Friendship. Thank you, Molecule. It looks amazing. He's a great painter.
Yeah.
So I'll be chatting with you. He said thinks it's a 40. That's pretty tiny. It's pretty small.
Yeah. This is great.
Yeah, it's great. Nice work. And remember to get your entry in. It's not too early. Yeah. We do also have a super chat from from Saul. Oh my gosh, I'm getting everyone mixed up today. Saul says, "Happy birthday. The issue with sterilizing of movies is they're forgettable. I'd rather a horror movie be great or incredibly bad."
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue, right?
I think the worst thing a movie can be is boring.
Yeah, Megan's podcast about horror movies, like one of the ones that's done the best is Jason X.
Yeah,
the Jason Goes to Space one. And Megan and Kate don't typically cover really bad, goofy horror movies. They just kind of they did a season. They'll do a season where they focus on a franchise.
Yeah.
And so when that one just really resonated, I think it might be one of the most watched ones, or some of the Saw.
Yeah,
movies is kind of what they started with and are more known for. But the Jason X one is just done pretty well because
people want to know about this. So good, so bad it's good.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I think the worst a movie being boring is like the worst.
I'm not the biggest fan of the Saw. And by the way, Saul, thank you also. Yeah, I have to say I haven't been the biggest fan of the sterilization thing. Even the movie Megan, I think, will probably from this decade be like a cute little. Oh, that movie was kind of fun compared to like the sterilized Chucky.
Yeah.
What is it that you're looking for? Yeah, a horror movie has to be either very scary and horrible and strong, and just on it.
Yeah.
Just like full throttle, or it has to be kind of goofy and stupid.
Yeah. To like relieve that pressure, right?
Right. I don't know. What's like your favorite? I've never asked you. What's like your favorite true scary horror movie? What's like a good one?
Scary? So I don't actually like. I'm not a big horror movie fan.
You're not scary. You don't like being scared.
Nah. But I'm trying to think. What is my favorite?
Is Holly or also not really?
Not really.
Okay.
But let me think. Favorite like full on horror movie?
Like an actual horror movie, like. Have you ever had like that feeling where like going to sleep at night, you're like a little like...
Oh, okay. Well, if you're talking about the most traumatic movie, that's going to be Signs, which is not actually that scary of a movie.
Signs, okay. No, I think other people have said Signs before too.
I think Signs hit me right... Okay, we were talking about episode 1, 2, and 3 of Star Wars, like being in the right age at the right time. Mm-hmm. Signs was the perfect movie to ruin me.
Yeah?
Yes, at that age.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Signs is terrifying as a child. It was.
I suppose so. I mean,
yeah,
it's about aliens. Like,
yeah. You think thank you, Rudy.
Yeah, thanks, Rudy. As
Appreciate
always.
the 5 Hobby Collab membership.
Yeah, thank you, Rudy.
You just said like what movies make you scared at night.
Or like you watch it, as an adult, you're like, oh man, that'd be scary if I look down the hallway and there's a...
Signs made me afraid of the daytime.
Jeez.
That's how traumatizing the one birthday scene is. Oh my gosh. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you've ever seen Signs, the birthday party scene. Good Lord.
Interesting.
Have you ever seen?
So I've signed some of those movies where I feel like I've seen chunks and minutes of it.
Uh-huh.
But I actually don't exactly know what you're talking about. So I need to rewatch it. I feel like I saw it when it first came out, but that was forever ago.
I think, I rewatched it I say not that long ago. It's probably over a decade at this point. But, and as an adult, it's like a lot less scary. It's also aged not great. Like the CGI is not that good.
Yeah.
Also Mel Gibson's a weirdo. That's
a kind word to describe him, but yeah.
Later at this point in my life, it's kind of like whatever. But man, the first time that scene is like the most tense, just gripping. Oh man.
Okay, interesting. I mean, I think Signs is kind of a horror. No?
Huh? Yeah, it's a horror. It's definitely horror.
It's kind of a horror movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Elijah, yeah. You had to run home. Yeah, exactly.
That's
Can't be caught outside.
I don't really super remember it. I'm not the biggest M. Night fan. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but I also at the same time I say that, but there's a few movies of his that I thought are pretty good.
Yeah.
But the whole ignore my the whole again, it's sort of similar to being asked to by people trying to tell you that, hey, it's okay that there's a bad Star Wars movie, it's for 2 to 6 year olds, right? The whole hey, you don't have to really wonder why Bruce Willis was sitting in a chair opposite of Rosario Dawson for 2 hours waiting for the kid to come home without saying a word to each other. That's okay. Or whatever. He sees what he I don't know. I haven't always bought that.
Yeah.
I weirdly like The Village. A lot of people hate The Village.
Oh, interesting. I've never seen.
Yeah. And I kind of like the new one with Dave Bautista. Knock at the Cabin.
Knock at the Cabin. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought
Village in the Woods or something.
I thought it was pretty good actually. But kind of. It was also not great, but it was good.
It's
okay.
The Thing, is that a pure horror? I feel like that's not quite.
It's sci-fi horror.
It's sci-fi horror.
The Thing is one of our favorite movies, Megan.
It's one of my favorites as well.
Yeah, we all love that movie. The Thing is good. Yeah, I guess The Thing is up there.
I mean, Thing would be my favorite because that's just one of my favorite movies, period.
Yeah, it's kind of a horror movie. I don't know. Do you consider that a horror movie? It's sci-fi horror.
Yeah. I mean, in that case, it was Alien, right?
So it was Alien, yeah.
It feels almost kind of like a separate thing.
Sci-fi horror hits a little different.
Yeah. Which is weird because Signs is a movie about aliens, but it's not I would not say it's sci-fi horror. Which is,
to his credit, kind of compelling, right?
Yeah.
He made a true. Well, there's another one too. What's the one people who are older than me about?
Fire in the Sky.
Fire in the Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fire in the Sky. It's scary and weird.
Yeah. It's.
I guess it is sci-fi horror, but when you kind of just focus on the alien, the one element. Well, see, but so is Alien, but it's just that they're in space and they're on this asteroid mining rig. It's a very weird setting. But if you just kind of drop an alien on Earth, and have a thing, then it kind of is horror.
Yeah, and because I guess what's interesting about Signs is that besides the alien, everything is super mundane. At least at the start, it's very mundane. Right? It's like a guy who lives in the country. He's not like a scientist. He's a pastor. You know, it's not like there's not like secret government agencies going around trying to figure out what's going on with aliens. It's just like it's just some guy.
Yeah. The thing is interesting. Candyman in the thing. Yeah, the thing's pretty good. But like you said, the thing's just kind of good. Scary, I don't know. That's sort of how I feel about Hereditary. Like, it didn't actually really scare me, but I just thought it was really good.
Yeah, fair enough.
I guess it's been a while since I've watched a movie and felt that scared feeling.
Yeah.
I think I remember being in college and The Grudge hitting pretty hard.
Yeah, The Grudge, The Ring, when it first came out.
I saw The Grudge before The Ring, and everyone was telling me The Ring was better, and then I watched The Ring, and I actually ended up liking The Grudge more.
Interesting. Did you think it was scarier, though?
I did. I thought there were... I don't know. Maybe but they're both about the same, I think.
Yeah.
I think they hit about the same. Maybe I don't even like The Ring better. Maybe they're about the same.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they're both pretty good. That was like that's a weird time. That's like your high school years, the 2000s.
Yeah, I was in high school.
And I was in college, and I was really removed from pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like, as I've gone back and found out from other people, I don't feel like it was like the greatest pop culture decade. It might still be like that feeling where it's a little too new.
Yeah.
We're not quite appreciating it, which we're starting to do with the 90s more and more now.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, this stuff from the 90s was very cool now, like, right? We might not be there yet with the 2000s.
Yeah. I think we're still, maybe a little too close.
Some things are happening. It's like we're making connections back with Britney. We're like, oh, Britney's come full circle. There's, like, some things that are, like, kind of coming back. Some of it hasn't gone away as the problem, right? Like, Fast and the Furious has not stopped. So we haven't had time to heal.
We haven't had time to heal from.
We haven't had time to heal from the Fast and the Furious,
yeah.
Right? So, like, it just keeps happening.
All these reboots. Everything's getting rebooted too quickly.
Yeah,
we're catching up.
Elijah, this is great. I knew someone was going to bring this up.
Yeah.
Both the Japanese version of The Ring and The Grudge are not scarier or better. They're worse in every single way imaginable. Maybe, unless you're Japanese and speak Japanese. Holy crap. The Grudge Japanese is like so long and just keeps going to new characters. And you watch like a really slow story, and at the end it's like, ah! And then it's like a new story, and it's like, oh my god. And it does it like so many times. I totally disagree with you on that, Elijah. I thought I got a DVD pack that had both of them in it. The American one and the Japanese one.
Yeah.
And I watched both like almost immediately, and I remember watching the Japanese one and being like, I think actually Meg and I early when we were together tried to watch it, and it was just like,
I don't get it.
yeah, it was like, and I know people do like some things where they're like, oh yeah, you don't, oh, it's better in the original language, or oh, the American one is just so special. It's like, yes, the special effects are. This is like my why the Hobbit's better than Lord of the Rings.
I still can't give it to you on that one.
My immersion is a little bit killed when I see a New Zealand farmer screaming at some hobbits. You know, yeah, I the whole story is camp. The story is camp, but I like the tightness of the story in the American version. The Japanese version is just trying to show something different. It's just like, it's just showing that this. It's like, how? Yes, we get it. The ghost will go after anyone that has anything to do with the house. In the American version, they show it by having it go after a sister who's like staying in a hotel or like lives in a different apartment. Yeah. And it like goes and gets her, but otherwise, it really only targets people like in the house. Yeah. Typically. And I think that's all you kind of need it is to show the ghost, like go get one person out of the house. Yeah.
And just to show. Yeah. It's like, you're not safe.
The Japanese one is just like, it's just like every person that in the house. Yeah, it's a little much. I don't know. Hey, I finished.
Sweet. I did not. But maybe before we close up, we can do our last little chaos thing.
Yeah, we should chat. Let's chat chaos again, right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, here we go.
Sweet. So, this is a bit of an ad, but also a bit of something else. It's promo.
Yes.
There we go. All right, so this is this is an ad for Calling the Banners of Chaos. This is a little event we've got going on until the beginning of 4th edition.
Yeah.
I am building a Slaves to Darkness army, and I'm getting community feedback. Not feedback, exactly, community input. I'm asking people who have Slaves to Darkness armies or Maggot Can of Nurgle or any of the other Chaos armies to tell me a little bit about their warband, tell me their color scheme, and I will add it to our army if I like it, obviously. And today I just want to talk about one of those entries. This is on our Discord by Brass. This is Scourge's Oathsworn. So it's like a frosty blue with a silver, dark silver, and a little bit of gold trim. Mm-hmm. He has a great lore blurb on the Discord that you should go check out in the Calling the Banners channel. The too long didn't read is these are they're a Chaos warband that hunts orcs.
Okay.
In Gur.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's great because, hey, look, Chaos hates everyone.
Yes.
They don't just hate.
And everyone hates Chaos.
Yeah.
Too. Chaos is like they're like no army. Very few armies have rules that are like, if the target is
destruction,
is Grand Alliance destruction, instead of D3 mortals, it's 3. But a lot of them have chaos.
Yeah.
Chaos always gets shit on here by this. Yeah.
So yeah, I like that. I mean, he's got a whole thing of lore. It's really good. You should read it. But also just as a concept, chaos that fight orcs, something you don't always see. I feel like I don't see enough of this interaction between, because it's always chaos versus Stormcast or chaos versus cities, like regular people. So seeing this like new angle, I think is really fun. And their whole warband is focused around it. So
yeah, no, it's cool. There's a lot of cool stories like Cato, Ezekias, the model, like his dynasty was wiped out by chaos.
Good.
So he has like a rule. He has like an anti-chaos rule. Yeah, like they've ruined the lives of everybody. I mean, they caused an Order Death Alliance.
Yeah.
Right. Which is like, wow, that's weird, kind of, right? Like, so it's cool. It's cool to see like the different lore of them like having more interactions with a different faction.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and even in 40K, right? Like you don't see a lot of like Chaos versus Tau, or Chaos versus Tyranids. It's always like the Imperium.
Yeah, I mean you see it, but it's like super notable all of a sudden. So
yeah, it's like weird or something. Yeah. Awesome. I think we did it, Sarai.
We did it.
Tomorrow, as always, just a reminder, Sarai and I are going to be back in the morning, but not at 9 a.m. We posted this in on our YouTube community page, so you hopefully got a post about this. And we just want to remind you, if you have been watching our ARS shows in the morning, well, first of all, thank you. But second of all, tomorrow's won't be at 9 a.m. And I'll just be candid and explain why. That's when our cleaners here at the studio come at 8:30.
Yeah.
And I just don't think they'll be done by then.
Yeah.
They usually aren't. It's usually like a 9:15 kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to start at 11.
Yes.
Okay.
So be there.
Be there.
Sorry about Gargants.
Gargants. People are going to be angry.
Yep. Steven's, we're going to ban him from the Discord temporarily so he can't join.
And YouTube. Yeah. We know Steven. He will lose it. He cannot keep it together in a Gargants in a Gargants conversation. I think we did. We've got more mushrooms finished. Sarai and I are kind of like all mushrooms all the time on these hobby streams on Wednesdays for the somewhat foreseeable future.
Yes. Maybe not mushrooms, but mushroom board.
Mushroom board, yeah. I think next week might be the last mushroom take. And hopefully they're in the mail. Hopefully we have the big ones.
Yes. Painting big-ass mushrooms.
Actually, I don't know how big they are, but they're bigger than...
Bigger than this.
They're bigger than that. Yeah, they're bigger than that. Okay, amazing. So we did it. As we thank our Mandros, we have a few new Mandros.
Yeah, so
here,
welcome.
Actually, so if you see your name on there, thank you. Let's see, who are the new ones? Can we tell? Is it alphabetical? Is it order? It's order. No. Order?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I thought it was her.
Can't tell.
Anyway.
Thank you everybody so much as always. We'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. And as we like to say, be kind to each other, be kind to yourselves, and always be creating.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.